In late 2024, 3 former colleagues from Birmingham Industrial Language Training Services met up for the first time in 40 years at their old workplace in what was then Handsworth Technical College and is now a part of Southern City College, Birmingham. Back in the 1980s, all 3 were just starting their professional careers.
मेरा नाम सरदूल टेसी है मैं मेरी माँ बोली पंजाबी हैगी आ मैं बर्मिंघम इंडस्ट्रियल लैंग्वेज ट्रेनिंग सर्विसेज वास्ते 1979 ਤੋਂ ਲੱਗ ਕੇ 1986 ਤੱਕ ਕੰਮ ਕੀਤਾ ਸੀਗਾ
ਮੈਂ ਦਸੰਬਰ 1984 ਵਿੱਚ ਇੱਥੋਂ ਜੌਬ ਮੂਵ ਕਰ ਲਈ ਉਸ ਤੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ ਮੈਂ 2-3 ਕਾਲਜਾਂ 'ਚ ਕੰਮ ਕੀਤਾ ਫਿਰ ਮੈਂ एडल्ट लर्निंग इंस्पेक्टर बन गया
मैं हूँ गॉर्डन वेल्स और मुझे थोड़ी हिंदी आती है वैसे ही मेरी मादरी ज़बान अंग्रेज़ी है और मुझे गैलिक भी आती है
The 3 shared memories of their early careers together.
But you guys were like the first tranche
yes
of folk getting involved in English for speakers of other languages.
Yes.
But with bilingual skills brought to that.
Yes.
Even in the 1980s, Birmingham was already a multicultural and multilingual city, particularly in areas like Sparkbrook or Handsworth, where you could happily enjoy hearing Jamaican music, eating Asian food and drinking in Irish pubs. But this level of intercultural contact was still relatively new in England and sometimes the subject of heated political debate. This was the social context in which the ILT service was meant to operate. Exploring their old office, the team are reminded of some of the projects they undertook.
When I used to be there right here Bridget was there
Tracer, Bridget and myself
yeah
And I came on stage somewhere here.
you were there you came over here
Fifth one.
this
Yeah.
the rack magazine rack over there
wow
Birmingham ILT was part of a network of similar teams in cities across England. They were first set up to produce locally relevant teaching media and materials and deliver English language training in the workplace for speakers of other languages, for example in local factories. The network was funded by central government, and by the early 1980s, Birmingham ILT had a team of about 6 to 8 full-time staff who were employed to deliver a useful service that could make a difference to the lives of the diverse communities of the city. Employers felt it was important for business to have good communication on the shop floor, but dealing with language issues in real life meant that the service quickly moved beyond English language instruction to also offering training and advice to employers in both the private and public sectors, as well as to service providers such as the NHS. To begin with, this kind of work put an emphasis on cross-cultural communication, but that soon led on to the more direct challenging of inequalities through training in equal opportunities and anti-racism. This could be hard work at times, introducing ideas like institutional racism to often doubtful or hostile audiences. This was some years before the racist murder of Stephen Lawrence hit the news, and the subsequent Macpherson report eventually forced these topics into more open public discussion. At the same time, Birmingham ILT kept up and developed its language interests, offering language awareness training for service providers, and it continued ESOL teaching too. This was at a time when the issue of mother tongue maintenance was beginning to attract more attention, and NATESLA, the National Association for the Teaching of English as a Second Language to Adults, changed its name to NATECLA to reflect growing interest in other community languages alongside English.
Violin voices
With the ending of central funding, the Birmingham ILT team was eventually absorbed into the college's own staff, although not before members of the team collaborated on the groundbreaking BBC TV series Hindi Urdu Bolchal. This was the first time the BBC had attempted to teach any South Asian language, and it was filmed entirely in the UK among local diaspora communities.
The reason is I want to learn Urdu because I have a lot of Asian friends who can speak the language and it'd be nice to communicate with them.
It was also supported by the novel idea of encouraging learners to seek out local centres in the community displaying the Hindi Urdu Bolchal Club notice. Here, they would be able to try out what they were learning from the TV in real life.
क्या हाल है?
ठीक है
क्या हाल है? मैं भी ठीक हूँ। और आप कैसी हैं?
ठीक हो
A series of recorded interviews and conversations in various languages accompanies this introductory film, in which colleagues reflect on life after ILT and what that experience taught them. Modern translation tools make these recordings accessible in many other languages too. At the same time, it might be said that today's Island Voices project, for example, while based in the Hebrides, can properly trace its roots right back to fertile ground first cultivated 40 years ago here in Birmingham. As time passes, changes happen, and new generations find their own answers to timeless questions.
Very good, thank you.
Looking forward, we may still ask how our rich multilingual heritage can best be maintained and shared and put to continuing good use.
Well, I'm a supervisor here. The most of my staff are Asian. Hard for me to communicate with them. So whenever time I go to the class and can learn something, then it's more easier to communicate with them and we can understand each other more.
Well, none of them know yet so I think it's going to be a big shock to them when they see, I can speak Urdu.
Yeah, but it's nice. So I enjoy it, man.
Smudgy.